Hello everybody, welcome back to the next part of the Elden Ring playthrough. So I took a little break between recording episodes, just because I finished recording the last one and it was like 5:15 in the morning. I was like, I need to get myself some sleep. So yep, I'm up, I've eaten, showered, and I'm ready to get back to it, recording to the next few parts. And we are here back at this bridge with the crazed pumpkin head. Just because we have a little area we need to do just as we polish up. And you see the jumping pad down there. So that's where we're going to go today. If you land like near these, or at least you hit it, you'll take no fall damage. Which is a unique little feature in the game. I don't believe many players know about it, but it's very, very good to know about. Just for traversing this verticality. So there's this turtle neck meat, meaning we don't have to kill any of the precious turtles. And our next area. I said in the last video we had like one dungeon left. I was mistaken, there are 2 dungeons left to do. The other one, I wasn't really classing as a dungeon, specifically because I was tying it to the dragon boss fight. But we'll get to that a bit later in this video. This is a bit of a longer cave than what you'll usually see. And you just want to watch out for the hole there. And we're just going to run around, collect all the items, and then make our way down the hole. Now, there are a few more wolves to watch out for here, so... Alright, buddy. It was me trying to get all fancy with the wolf, and it was like, no, sir. Not today. So you just want to be careful as you come down these holes, because if you drop all the way down, it will kill you. Just take it slow, go from ledge to ledge. If you don't have a lantern, you can just see to the ledge. This is a blocked off passageway. It's not actually an invisible wall. But you get a bit of cave moss from there. So, if you're like me and you like collecting crafting materials, by all means. So we have some more wolves. I always come this way rather than going the other way. Just because you get not only this item, but you see this little white wolf here, if it'll target lock for me. Thank you. You can plunge and attack. And that's like the alpha dead. As you can see, there's a dead bat here, meaning you want to be careful as you come into this area. There is a stake of Marika if you die, so you at least have something to get yourself halfway through the dungeon. And you always want to turn around, there is another item. I always enjoy the ragdoll effects in these games. Alright, come on, boys. That's not what I wanted. Alright, so we got a message of praise which hailed us. So there are 2 more land octopus just behind this waterfall. You just want to be careful of that as you come collect this item. Without a torch, they are quite well hidden. So you just want to make sure you keep an eye out for them because they can do a lot of damage at your current level if you're following along with the playthrough. So it is actually safe to drop off here. There are no other items actually on this platform. You just want to jump across, jump up, and we're going to plunge in attack. And that should be all the bats. Okay, so we've played our area of pretty much the most dangerous things. There is one more big dangerous thing that we haven't fought yet this playthrough. And that's just coming up. You see it up there? It's one of the big land octopus. Or octopi. They're relatively easy to fight. If you just plunge in attack, you pretty much instantly get stagger. And then, as it recovers, you just want to do it again. Now we're just going to clear the area of all octopi. And move swiftly on. Now this is like a bandit cave, as you saw all the dead bandits. You just want to roll off into the waterfall. And it takes you pretty much out of the boss room. We are topped off on health. So as we're recording this, none of the episodes have gone live just yet. But yeah, if you stay close to his feet, relatively easy fight. You've only got to dodge a couple of attacks, mostly his foot stomps that you have to dodge. Occasionally you'll have to dodge him hitting the ground with his spear. I want to call it a spear. Yeah, we get the Blue Dancer's Charm, which is another talisman, and it raises attack power with lower equipment load. Very good for speedruns. Or people doing like soul level 1. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm still batch recording before the first episode gets released. First episode gets released today as I'm recording these. So I haven't got any feedback. But I am fighting bosses now without summons. Without the Spirit Ash summons. At least for a while. Probably now it'll be late game before I summon again. So yeah, we're going to like a guild now, just because we have one more unique boss fight to do. As he comes flying in. Just trying to get a couple of hits in. And that was not what we wanted to do. We'll go back to the Stake of Marika. So it is ideal to stay mounted for this dragon fight. If you summon co-op, you will not be able to fight him on horseback, and it just makes it a little bit more difficult dodging his fire attacks. Yeah, I keep getting close to him, and I should be going away for his tail sweep. That's me making stupid mistakes, being pretty much just awake as I'm recording this. There we go. Now he's going to breathe fire. And without being on horseback, that would have instantly killed us. I do need a bit of stam regen. Whenever he goes to the air, breathes fire, always stay to his left. That's not good. I'm not fighting you over there. Come to me. Come on. Yeah, come on. Don't be shy. You can do it. Sometimes he'll go into like really awkward places and it's just very, very hard to fight him. But I'm not gonna edit these out. Definitely just because I want to show you the things that can happen. That will probably force a death for you. Runes? Ah, runes. I'm gonna collect my runes before we continue this fight. Also allows him to get away from the wall slightly. That's gonna hurt. So now he's being awkward because he's clipping himself close to a cliff. He's more likely to just use his fire attacks. And there's a bleed. I'm just going to back away to get some stam regen. The dragon's probably going to go out of bounds here. Which is going to reset the dragon fight. It doesn't actually reset his HP, it just resets his location. As you can see, he's still pretty low on HP. Friend, what are you doing? Like, I've had him go up on the cliff back there before. I probably would have been dead there if I hadn't double jumped. And that is one dead dragon. Okay, so as it says there, a new dragonic power is available at the Cathedral of Dragon Communion. So if we come this way, avoiding these ruins, as there's not really anything here. And just under these ruins. We have our friend.
Beautiful work. Felling that dragon. And as such, there's something you might like to know. The heart you brought back. It's used in Dragon Communion. If you should find yourself overcome by hunger for the heart, yearning for its strength, then seek the decrepit church on the little island off the western coast. You must not forget, though, those who partake in Dragon Communion will one day shed their humanity, their hunger for dragon, their yearning only worsens until the floodgates burst, unleashing eternal torment, the strength of a mighty dragon. Magnificent, but deadly. It's no surprise that Dragon Communion is ruinous.
Okay, so let's go get to the cathedral. It's right here on this island. And we're going to go from the Stonefoot Catacombs. That seems about right. So the reason I am not spending any runes yet, and I will reveal that just before we end the episode. There might be a little bit of a longer episode today, just because I want to polish off all of Limgrave and get ourselves up to at least our first main story boss. So we are actually going to go get this over here. As you can see, it's glowing and running around, but it is invisible. All you need to do is hit it once on its path, and it reveals a scarab, which gives you an Ash of War. I know I made that look easier than it was. It can be difficult to hit it sometimes, and it might take you a few rotations of its run to actually hit it. It's just because I've done that several times now that I know exactly when to strike. So just over here is our last set of caves. We are going to grab the Grace just before we go any further. I won't say today we haven't lost any HP or used any flasks. But Lantern will definitely be helpful. So the cave itself is filled with demi-humans. We are just going to drop straight down. This path to the side is actually just the side path you can take to get down. There's nothing there, no items or anything. Who are you? Old Knight Isfan. Okay. We're not actually going to summon for this fight. I am going to do wolves. Just because this boss fight is actually a huge boss fight. As in, there's like many, many enemies. Just want to come around the area. Before we aggro everything else, I'm just going to collect a few items. Up a heal. And you get the tailoring tools and a sewing needle. And they are key items, I believe. So yep, Buck the Demi-Human's prize sewing needle. And Tailoring tools, which enables armor alterations of the Sites of Grace. So this is like a bait thing for players that aren't really looking. They'll just use this and leave, not thinking there's anything extra. Then there is this tunnel at the back. I just want to follow it up. There are a few more demi-humans in here, so you just want to be careful if you don't have any healing left after that fight. Sword got hit on the wall there. And now we can take our lantern off as we get out. And here we are. As you can see, where we came in was just over there. And we're now on this little island here. At the Cathedral of Dragon Communion. When you want to spend your dragon hearts, if you just come to this altar, press triangle or Y to examine it. If it works. Okay. So it seems to be bugged right now. When you examine the altar here, usually, you can then spend your dragon hearts to collect unique dragon skills. I think they're all faith-based incantations. They might also scale with arcane. They're very, very powerful at the moment. And pretty much some of them are boss killers. So we're not going to be using any on this playthrough. So there's a guy back here that drops a Somber Smithing Stone 1, and that's all on this island. So after that, we're going to go back to Mirkwater Cave and Patches. Throwing our lantern back on for some light. So the bandits respawn, as everything does in this game. You just want to be careful again, avoiding the traps. You actually don't have to fight the others anymore. You can just go straight into the boss room. You've got all the items. And here we have Patches.
Well, nice of you to drop in finally. It's all a bit ad hoc, but I'm sure you'll find something. And welcome to Patches Emporium, where you won't need a refund, because everything's top notch.
There is one key thing that we want from Patches Emporium, and this is this item. It's called Margaret's Shackle. Something I'm going to explain in the next episode, because I don't think we're going to get up to the boss this episode.
Cheers for that.
So thank you very much for that, Patches. He does have another chest here. It is actually a trap chest, and it will teleport you to around here in Mistwood. So it's not too bad of a trap. But it is something that you want to avoid. Especially if you've already been to the Mistwood area. Okay. So we're going to go back to the Warmaster's Shack now. There's like one more thing that we need to polish off in Limgrave before we can start making our way up to the castle. Traveling north. Ignoring the wolves. We are going to come under the bridge. And we've gone too far west. There it is. So here's another invasion area. Oh, nice hit. Yeah, he's not too hard of a boss fight. Oh, sorry, an invasion fight. And he does give you the hammer talisman, which enhances stamina, reducing attack against blockers. And there's also this item here, which is a small red effigy and the duelist furled finger. So basically all those items is sending red summon signs out into the world, whether placing it on the ground or sending it to summoning pools. And it's basically just for duels in PvP. So yes, I'm pretty much going to skip the enemies now as we head up towards the castle. We will take the scarab out. Just so I can get the next dash of war. And skipping all the enemies because there is a ballista. And you just want to come running in here. And if you run far enough back, they don't actually aggro onto you. And you can just take the perch at the Grace. And there we are. Okay, so here we are at the boss room. But we are going to save that for the next episode. So yeah, that basically polishes off Limgrave. When we come back tomorrow, we'll do the boss fight and start entering Stormvale Castle and exploring what that funky place has to offer us. And we are starting to progress on our journey from rags to riches. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can catch me live streaming every day at twitch.tv/RantianPlays, which you can find in the description below. And I hope you've all had a very lovely day. Take care.